Manchester United 1, Manchester City 1, and we have lost the Community Shield on penalties. I'm not too fazed by that. There's nothing for big concern. It was a game of actually low quality for large periods. Really, really low quality. People giving away the ball from both sides. Man City giving away the ball. Man United giving away the ball. And it was just one of those.
Yeah, let me tell you something, right? It was the worst game of Charity Shield football.
It weren't good, was it? That's what I was just saying. The quality was low, innit?
Absolutely terrible. You know what I mean? I'll tell you that for now.
Yeah, but we actually had the chances as well in the end.
Let me tell you, right, I'm a Birmingham City fan,
Yeah.
And I am looking more forward to watching Birmingham than that fucking shite this year. I'm telling you.
It was just pre-season. No one didn't get injured, man. We didn't get no more injuries.
That weren't no pre-season game, bro. That was worth a trophy.
Testimonial.
For someone. Testimonial,
yeah. How you doing, man? It was one of them. And
you know what? I'll tell you what, right. I'm going to take this. I paid £250 for my ticket. Yeah, right. And I want a refund. And you know what? I've my bro there. I'm going to get it.
The fans are upset because the quality was low. How you doing?
You're a fucking legend.
One. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, man. You get mixed feelings when you come out of games like that. Obviously, it depends with the expectation of what you're going into it with. Like for me, we've had so many injuries. We've been cursed. We want more players through the door. I just wanted to play a game and not get any more injuries and have a decent performance. Now, attacking-wise, like I said, from both sides, you had Ruben Diaz kicking it off the pitch half the time, Casemiro giving it away. As soon as we got the ball back, we'd give it away. As soon as they got the ball back, they'd give it away. It was a messy game. It was a low-quality game. You could tell, Man City aren't at their fluid best at the beginning of any Premier League season, even if everybody's there. They had some youngsters in their team. We had, not a full team as well. So the quality is what it is. But actually, on the face of it, we created some decent chances, especially in the second half. How Rashford didn't score from 6 yards on his left foot, I do not know. Obviously, they hit the post early on in the first half. Ahmad bobs and weaves and tries to, I think, set it across for a tap-in for Mason Mount when he should just put it into the net, roll it into the bottom corner, and he didn't do that. So there were missed opportunities. But in the second half, Garnacho comes on, makes the difference. Fantastic goal from him, which was great to see. Confidence booming from him, and the game did kind of change when he came on, and we just couldn't see it out. But let's be honest. Let's look at the goal we conceded. Let's put things into perspective, guys. The goal we conceded was from our right back, who didn't know Bernardo Silva was there. Who was the right back? Facundo Pellistri. We have to calm down a little bit, because there's a few United fans saying, what do you think for the season flex? We're not looking good. Should he have taken off Rashford? And what do you think about this? To be honest, I didn't see it like that, unless I'm missing something. I just saw it as we've come through unscathed with no injuries. We could have won it in 90 minutes if we could have held on a little bit longer. And with the penalties, actually, we got off to a great start. But with the penalties, we just run out of penalty takers. Johnny Evans, look, I didn't fancy him to score. Didn't fancy Sancho to score as well, just on a confidence vibe. But it's not all doom and gloom. It's a pre-season game, or the last of. Of course, you want to win. You want to win the Community Shield. Anytime you come to Wembley to play any game, you want to win, especially against Manchester City. I mean, you came close, but that's not the be-all and end-all. We played some nice stuff here and there, but, same with City. Haaland didn't do anything. A lot of their big guns weren't there. Kovacic was giving the ball away. Then we made changes. Obviously, Toby Collier come on. He did okay at some times. More minutes in the tank for Kobbie Mainoo. Bruno with some nice passes. He scored a fantastic goal. He was clearly offside, but a great goal from him. The back four, we know what we need in the back four. Mazraoui's been confirmed, so he's going to get in at right back with Wan-Bissaka leaving. Luke Shaw, obviously, nowhere to be seen today as he continues his comeback from the same one. Come on. As he continues his rehab. So it's not the end of the world, and I just don't think we should be looking too far into it and being if there's an issue going forward, it would have been massive today if we would have had more injuries, or if we would have come here and got absolutely spanked. But the truth of the matter is there was low quality from both sides. People who were coming to see an exciting game, see goals end to end, they will leave disappointed, correct? Because, like I said, the quality from both teams wasn't there. But actually, when you look at who got a run out, when you look at who needs to be ready to play against Fulham, we're about par. There is still concerns, obviously, at left back. Obviously, at left back, there's issues there. Lissandro played there and started there. Hopefully, we can get Luke Shaw back in. The fact that he didn't play today, I still don't know whether that's just precautionary just to make him ready for Fulham. But even if it was, that means he hasn't played with us throughout the whole of pre-season because I put him in. So that might not help. So maybe Leacher might carry on at left back. I don't know, because Harry Amas wasn't even on the bench today, but warmed up with the squad. So left back's a bit of a concern. Mazwari and Delit on their way. Medicals booked in, but for them to get here, get signed, get in the squad, have a few days training and then play against Fulham is going to be unrealistic. So if you're looking at that team that played today, it might be the same. It may be the same back four for the start of the game just against Fulham. It might be, just because we need a few players to come back fit and we need a few players in from the transfer. So look, today for me was about being unscathed, making sure that nobody, gets injured, and making sure that we didn't get absolutely played off the park. And I think it's a tick in all of those things. And actually, like I said, we should have won the game. There was enough chances there to win that game. Rashford should have just buried that. Ahmad should have scored, or at least if you're going to square it, make sure it goes to who it needs to go to. But he looked bright. Anything that was coming down that right-hand side was coming from Ahmad. He was sharp. But Garnacho, to be fair, what I liked about what Garnacho did when he come on, he was direct, and he's the one who squared it to Rashford, I do believe, as well. So he should have had an assist, got that goal. He also had another left foot shot that got deflected and went away for a corner. It just sort of, I remember talking to Adam McCullough. I remember talking to Adam McCullough out there in San Diego, and he sort of said, yes, Ahmad listen, it's going to be his season. Come on. It's going to be his season, but let's not forget about Garnacho. And I felt like that was a bit of a statement performance off the bench from Garnacho to say, don't forget about me. Do not forget about me. And at the end of the day, that puts us in a good position. You've got Ahmad and Garnacho, who are two completely chalk and cheese types of wingers, give us completely different skill sets, but they're chomping at the bit. Ahmad's had a great pre-season and a good end to last season, so we know what he can offer, and he nearly done it today. And we know all about Garnacho. Did he play way too much last year? Was it all on him? Yes. Because Anthony wasn't doing what he's supposed to do, and Anthony didn't even get off the bench today, so it shows you Eric Ten Hag's thinking there. But it's two wingers on the right-hand side now who are ready to go. Rashford, there were some decent movements from him, but probably not enough. And like I said, definitely should have scored, but he needs to get himself going. We'll see what happens with Jadon Sancho if he leaves. But it's confidence in there. I think Casemiro at times, the deficiencies, on the ball, he's just so bad. I'm not going to lie, he's just so bad. But he did in transition and actually win the ball back. He was actually all right, one of our better players today. But on the ball, there's still work to do. We didn't leave there with more questions needing to be answered. We've got the same questions that need to be answered. We need to fix the midfield. We badly need in Ugarte or whoever it is. I know we're linked with Vanderberg, but I want two midfielders. Hopefully we can get that, but we need midfielders desperately for the quality to increase. But at the end of the day, we've come through unscathed. Don't be too down about it. You can't win them all. We nearly won it. No injuries. And now we can get everybody to lock in, ready for Friday night at Old Trafford when the real game starts. So listen, just a pre-season game, mate. Didn't really matter. Man of the match in the 90. Who would I give it to before I sign off? I'd just probably give it to Garnacho for the impact, really, just to come on and score that goal, and he set up Rashford as well. I thought, other than that, Leacher was decent today. Other than that, everyone had a pretty average performance. Cobby just went through the gears to make sure he was all right. Casemiro, not great on the ball, but did okay in winning duels. Who else was there? Rashford, like I said, was fairly average, should have scored. So yeah, I'll give it to Garnacho for the impact. But other than that, the real stuff starts next Friday, or this Friday, should I say, against Fulham at home. Come on.